ESPN as we get set for tonight's game between the LA Clippers and the Chicago Bulls. As this one gets underway, Jeff, who might they need to be careful with against Chicago tonight?
I love the championship pedigree of Pau Gasol, a two-time NBA champion. Remember, the Lakers were stuck in mediocrityville before they got Pau Gasol for their championship run. Even with Kobe Bryant, even with Andrew Bynum, they were stuck in a low 40s winning area. Gasol comes, championships follow. I think the same could happen here in Chicago. I think they have every ingredient to be a championship team.
Jeff, the Bulls, you know, are going to be right there fighting night in and night out. If Derrick Rose stays healthy, they certainly have a chance to compete for a championship, don't they?
Absolutely. The Eastern Conference is wide open. It really is. And Derrick Rose, we can forget, Mike, how good he was pre-knee injuries. The Bulls, with their talent level, they have a chance.
And Lance Stephenson with the jump shot. Knocks it down for three.
Sweet stroke on that shot, Mike. It looked good as soon as it left his hand.
From beyond the arc, nails it from downtown. He scored 20 points in the previous game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Griffin jumper. And the rebound taken by Noah. To the basket, flips it up. And Joakim Noah with the bucket.
Oh, that's nice right there. Good layup, good finish.
Griffin's looking to set up in the paint. Pierce. Noah the rebound. He's averaging 9 boards per game this season. Throws it down.
Oh, look at the athleticism exploding up to finish with the hammer.
We talk so much about DeAndre Jordan's defense and his shot blocking. This guy, though, Jeff, he's a solid, efficient scorer.
Because he knows what shots he can make. He's going to score on dunks, on layups, and within 3 feet of the basket. He's a great pick-and-roll player, rolling to the rim, catching the lob. I like it when people know who they are and are not constantly trying to reinvent themselves where their strength now becomes a weakness.
Paul on the drive. Stephenson fires for 3. Bang! Hits from downtown. Lance Stephenson with 8 points.
You need guys who can make shots under duress and pressure. That was a well-defended possession, but that man stuck it even against the best defense.
Inside, nails it. That's a 2-pointer. And Lance Stephenson with 10 points. They need to talk it over quick. A 20-second timeout.
You want to keep attacking the basket and get layups around the rim. That's how you score consistently.
You know, Jeff, earlier you talked about Noah's passing ability. He broke the Bulls franchise record. Most assists in a game by a center, 14. Doesn't sound like a lot, but when you really think about it, 14 assists by an NBA center, it's an incredible accomplishment.
You're right. It's a unique ability for a guy to be a point guard, skill-wise, from the center position. Think about his ability to defend, rebound, and pass. You just don't find.
Puts it down.
Oh, that's nice right there. The finish at the rim with the nice dunk.
Good, and one. He got there late. The foul called against Crawford. And And here's the replay with another look at that spectacular dunk. What a crowd pleaser.
Oh my, that is a big time finish right there. Finishing through contact for the possible three-point play with a hammer dunk.
The Bulls are talented, the Bulls are tough, Jeff, but the Bulls have not been healthy. As always, that's the key for this team.
Absolutely, Mike. Health is imperative for every team, but particularly for the Chicago Bulls. And it starts with Derrick Rose. And then Joe Noah, battling through some knee problems the last couple years. If he's back to quarterback their defense and Rose is also healthy, they've got a chance to win the Eastern Conference.
Gibson's looking for position in the paint. Goes to the goal, knocks it down for two. And Taj Gibson with 5 points so far in the first.
Look, you can't give up layups like that. You got to protect the basket and the paint at all costs.
Smith against Gibson. And now he moves around the defender. And Josh Smith with a nice play.
Sometimes the simplest plays are the hardest ones to execute. Good layup.
Noah on the drive, double team, still puts it up. And the first quarter complete, the Clippers up by 4. We'll be right back with more NBA basketball here on ESPN after the break. After that first quarter, hard to imagine both teams can continue shooting at this pace, Jeff.
Well, if they get these type of shots, they will continue to shoot well. Mike, these are the best players in the world for a reason. If they're open, they're going to knock it in. It's up to the defense to establish a better level of intensity and contesting shots.
Jeff, Josh Smith has a lot of different talents. What's his #1 strength?
Well, I love his passing ability, Mike. For a big, as a four-man, when he goes down on the block and he can command that double team, he's a very capable and willing passer. And then you couple that with how many guys pass like that and can continue to block shots at a high rate and protect the rim. Those two skills usually don't go together. Smith has them. He's got to use them consistently.
Stephenson against Brooks. Shoots the three. Bang! Los Angeles is shooting 75% from downtown tonight.
The ball movement in this game has been phenomenal, forcing a lot of defensive rotations and ultimately a lot of passes leading to direct scores.
Gibson, and the layup is good.
That's nice body control right there on that layup. Good finish.
You look at those new additions, though. Which one do you expect to have the biggest impact?
To me, it's got to be Josh Smith. You know, Paul Pierce, you cannot depend on for big minutes every game at his age, but he'll play well. Josh Smith, to me, is the X factor. We saw it last year with Houston. Played well coming off the bench, and he's going to have to do the same thing in LA. He's going to have to give them rebounding, shot blocking, and timely offense.
Stephenson, the jumper.
Won't go. Three-pointer just off the mark. Throws it down.
Basketball's a game of runs. This game has been no exception. It's been back and forth, and it's giving the fans the kind of up and down, back and forth action that keeps them interested.
And they need to talk it over. They call a full timeout.
The Bulls, a perfect example is you're going to have your ups and downs night in and night out offensively. But if you play defense with that type of commitment, with that type of passion, you're in every game.
Absolutely. The misnomer is that defense wins championships. But when you're going through and absorbing the injuries the Bulls have had the last couple of years, you have to try to stay in games by playing tough as nails defense, and that's exactly the formula the Bulls use to play with great success.
Paul, the jumper, puts it in. That's a two-pointer. He's averaging 19 points per game this season. Brooks bringing it up here. To the basket. Nice soft touch.
That's just a nice layup right there.
Hall against Brooks. 3.5 gone by in the second, and it's a tie game.
Pau Gasol was a champion in Los Angeles, Jeff. He wants to be a champion in Chicago. He's been a nice fit for the Bulls.
So many people thought his career was on the downside when Chicago signed him a season ago. But he proved last year to be, along with Jimmy Butler, the two most important players on their roster. Pau Gasol really was good for the Bulls last year, and I expect him to be an excellent addition again this year.
Can't connect from long range.
Hey, they may have missed that shot, but that's the type of execution in the first half that sets a great tone going forward.
DeAndre Jordan with a perfect delivery.
The assist from number 6, DeAndre Jordan.
Tries to adjust the shot, and Pau Gasol with a nice look sinks it.
The assist from number 0.
Puts it up from downtown. Final seconds of the quarter, and he'll give it a try. And time expires here to end the first half. LA's down by 2. We'll have more Tuesday night NBA from ESPN and EA Sports after this halftime break. Welcome back to the Staples Center in Los Angeles for the second half, which is just about underway. Along with Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen on hand. Los Angeles is in the midst of another tight contest. They've been playing from behind the whole first half, but they're really right there.
But you need somebody to step forward offensively to carry the load, carry the burden, particularly if it's close down the stretch in the fourth quarter. Who is it going to be?
Remember last season, Jeff? First time NBA history, Pau and Marc Gasol, the first brothers to start in the All-Star game. There are a lot of differences in those two brothers, but they have some similar characteristics as well.
Agreed. Both are terrific passers. Both can finish with either hand. And they both, with different body types, rebound the basketball. And oh, by the way, we'll probably see both in the Naismith Hall of Fame.
Jordan's trying to get down low. For the layup, off the mark from point-blank range.
Driving the ball into the paint is the most important offensive tool in the game. He had a great look, he just missed it.
Pierce on the drive. Goes for the three-pointer, and Lance Stephenson with the play from way downtown. He's got 17 points in this matchup.
And throughout this game, his scoring has been undeniable. The defense has tried a few different things, some gimmicks. None of them have been successful.
Chris Paul, he is desperate to get to a finals, desperate for a championship, but his team not able to get past the second round. What does he have to do to take them there, Jeff?
Well, Chris Paul is a great player. Oftentimes, how far you advance in the playoffs is just as much about who you play with and who you play against as it is how you play individually. Chris Paul has nothing to be ashamed about. This is a team that could win it all.
Gasol for two. Unable to flip it in.
I really like that. That's good defense, good sound defense protecting the basket in a close game.
Looking to dominate down low. Griffin for two. Puts it up. Gasol the rebound. Screen set nicely.
Jeff, we saw glimpses of Derrick Rose last year when he was healthy. He is still one of the special players in the NBA.
There's no question. The combination of strength and speed. He has got unique talent that doesn't come along very often. And when he's able to knock this rust off that's accumulated over the last few years due to injury, and he can get back to that consistent, efficient play that we've grown accustomed to, he's certainly an elite point guard.
What is it about Derrick Rose that not only is he fun to watch from the fans, but his teammates really seem to be drawn to him?
Well, I think it goes right back to having that Tim Duncan gene, that Steve Nash gene, where he's all for them, and he wants them to play well too.
Into the game for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Rose on the drive. Has to adjust. Nicely done. Oh, nice rebound by Jordan. Jordan's trying for position in the paint. Jordan fires with 3 on the clock. It's good. A 2-pointer. 3-point lead for Los Angeles. To the rim. A whistle and a foul called against Stephenson. And Pau Gasol will get to shoot free throws for the first time in the game.
It's hard to score in this league, but you have a better chance if you're a great free throw shooter to do it at the free throw line. This is good basketball right here. Be aggressive, take the contact, and get to the free throw line.
And he makes them both. 4 minutes gone by in the third. The Clippers up by 1. At the rim, it's good. And Lance Stephenson with 21 points.
The assist from number 3, Chris Paul.
Taking it baseline to the rim, knocks it down.
Everybody clap your hands.
Jordan's looking to operate from down low. Stephenson for 2. Off balance. He puts it in.
Good execution, wide open 2-point J, easy money.
Rose against Paul. And he Euro steps his way to the basket. The Bulls with the offensive rebound for another possession. 3 quarters complete. Los Angeles is up by 3. Stay with us for more NBA on ESPN after this short break. 3 quarters complete, plenty of points, plenty of great shooting. This is as good as it gets for the fans here.
No doubt. This is what NBA fans come to see. They want to see up and down basketball, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
Smith for 2. Smith's jump shot won't go.
He's a great shooter, but he could have driven the ball into the paint and made a play for his teammates.
Rose on the drive, gets to the rim. Griffin the rebound.
He's averaging 7 rebounds per game this season.
Smith's looking to do damage in the paint. Lets it go. Unable to flip it in.
When you defend, you always have a chance to come back and win a game.
In the paint, knocks it down. 1-point game. Nice move inside. Puts it up. That's good. A 2-pointer.
For 2.
Inside. That's a 2. Chicago's shooting 55% from the field.
And in their last game, the assist total wasn't where it needed to be. Today, it's a completely different story.
Puts it up for 3. Knocks it down. Sweet shot from Jamal Crawford.
Got to be careful not to step out of bounds on the corner 3. He doesn't, and he knocks it home.
Dunleavy against Smith. Rose on the drive. Strong to the goal. Takes it to the rim and misses.
Hey, you got to finish strong on those shots. You're right at the basket. You got to put the ball in the hole.
Misses from downtown.
Hey, that's a tough shot right there. Solid team defense forcing the miss.
Gets inside. Can't finish.
Hey, that's a good look right there. Just couldn't get it in.
Smith's looking to set up in the paint. Griffin against Noah. From way downtown. Won't go from 3-point range.
We're seeing some outstanding defensive work, forcing the offensive team into late shot clock shots, which are very low percentage.
Throws it down.
That defense right there can and should lead to a comeback. You're ahead. You can't give up points in the paint because you got broken down by the dribble.
From downtown. Second chance opportunity on the offensive rebound. For 2. Nails it.
That's a special offensive player right there. The ability to create his own shot under duress and put it right down the middle.
They want to discuss things. Time for a full timeout.
Listen, the best thing to do when you're down in the last 2 minutes of a close game is run a quick hitter and then try to get to the free throw line. Score when the clock is stopped.
Gets it off, puts it in. 2-point game. Attacks the basket. Oh, what a play.
You're not winning late in a close game. playing that type of defense, allowing the ball to go in a direct line drive right at the basket.
Gasol against Redick. From beyond the arc, knocks down the three. What a clutch play.
Excellent balance, beautiful release, knocked it in.
To the basket, the shot is blocked.
Are you kidding me? That's the way to protect the basket.
Double team closing in. Oh, what a play!
This has turned out to be one of the better games of the season, Mike. They're really getting after each other on both sides of the floor.
Blows past the defender. Inside to the basket. Oh, he got hit, and they call it. Draws the foul called against Gasol. And Jamal Crawford will go to the line with seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. And he hits the first free throw. Great clutch free throw shooting. They now lead by 1. Time running out here in the fourth. There's a timeout. On the drive to the rim. And time runs out. The final score is 54-53. For Jeff Van Gundy and our entire EA Sports crew, this is Mike Breen saying thanks for joining us and good night.
The Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers took this down to the wire before getting the win. Their shooting from beyond the arc was very impressive. You love it when you can force defenses to close out, opening up your options offensively. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Bulls must be devastated after such a close loss. This loss is sure to be all the more bitter because of how well they shot from beyond the arc. Their percentage from three-point range was outstanding. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Chicago Bulls.
Game track. Three-point field goal percentage.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not. And here we have a look at the game stats.
Player of the game.
Stephenson could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball, it looked like he was playing with kids in high school. We close out this segment with a look at the shot chart.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 3. Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next